unfortunately. And the second thing is money generating for government. But in olden days, it is where all this schooling system is associated with. And this is a bank also. Temple used to be a bank where they collect all the money and they used to lend it for lower interest so that the economy will grow with low big gain, interest or big gains. So the two things are missing today. But again, Sharadamba temple again started. As I said, this is the first lecture in here. Probably this is one of its kind for to start with here. Hopefully many scholars will come forward and share their knowledge to the next generation and our generation and earlier generation as well, because knowledge is not time bound anyway. So with that, I'd like to start today's lecture. Give you a brief intro about my book. While I'm going through the book, when I'm going through the presentation, and few things is first. Let me finish my entire presentation. You may have some questions when I'm presenting, but those may be answered in the subsequent slides. So wait till then, and if you have questions, note it down. And once my presentation over, then we will open for question and answers. That way, I may not get sidetracked with my presentation. So.
Microphone కొంచెం కిందకి పెట్టుకోండి. Yeah.
Notes so that I won't be sidetracked and try to stick on to the topics. So my book, I authored this book last year and I spent around 6 years of my time. During the journey, I also learned Sanskrit, Sanskritam, and also learned the lyrical part of the Sanskritam. Then I also learned astrology because some of the Prashnas has some information about the planets. So that couple of years I spent learning astrology. So that's a good journey. Gave me so many things. The journey itself gave me so many things. And the book is the outcome of the entire journey. But I enjoyed the journey itself. Of course, it's very stressful, but somehow I made it. Secondly, today we are doing something for today. I'd like to briefly talk about Vedas and Vedantas, and then I'll talk about the actual revelation. Specifically, I talk about the topics that I covered in my book, and also talk about the Brahmanas. It's very important because Brahmanas, we have 6 knowledge systems. So we talk about Brahmanas, we talk very briefly during the presentation. And then the framework that I use. Why I wrote this book? Because we have so many translations with Acharya, Shainacharya, Pattabhaskara, Lakshmi Goswami in recent times. There are so many interpretations, and not also there are so many scholars already wrote this book. They have different translations. But why I wrote this book? Because I wrote this because I have got a different darshan. Like I thought Vedas are trying to tell me more than what the traditional meaning actually conveys. So then I said, if I differ from the traditional meaning, then I have to present my book, present my version of it in its entirety, not bits and pieces, a couple of lines here and there. So I need to understand the whole corpus, like 132 mantras or 32 alvakas. Then I need to be able to give an alternate interpretation for all the 132 mantras. It's not just pick and choose some of them and say, oh, I invented something. So for that, it took its own time. So then, for my analysis, I came up with some frameworks. So the framework would consist of one mantra, couple of mantras, one anuvaka, couple of anuvakas, whatever it takes. So I talk about my frameworks a little bit later. So next one is approaches. So we all know how we attack a problem when the problem comes in, how to solve problems. So today we have got some approaches, but modern science has some approaches, but also Veda also has got some approaches. It's a bit different. We will discuss this later. Then today I will talk about one specific topic. I have got six topics. I put together 6 topics from the book, but today I would like to talk about only one topic. That's time continuity. And then I will conclude and also talk about what my expectations are, where to go from here. Then, so we all know that Vedam is one part, and Vedam has got 4 parts to it. Like Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, and Atharvaveda, 4 Vedas. And Krishna Yajurveda has got 2 parts in it. Krishna Yajurveda and Shukla Yajurveda. Each Veda has got 4 parts. One is Samhita Padam, the other one is Brahmanam, the other one is Aranyakam, next one is Upanishads. Every Veda has got all these 4 parts. So that is what Vedas. But these Vedas, the trick with the Vedas is, it is not written by any one person. So whatever is there, no one knows. The true meaning of it, no one knows. Even somebody knows it, there is no media to communicate with anybody and others. So everyone has got their own darshanas, their own experiences, and their own interpretations, but the interpretation is very difficult to communicate. So for that communication, we have our Vedangas. We also got Anga means parts, like Vedangas means 4 parts of the Vedas. So we have got the Siksha, Kalpa, Vyakarana, Nirukta, Chandas, and Jyotish. So basically, Siksha talks about the pronunciations and Vada, Amda, Kavada, and how the way of hand movements. Some Veda mantras, particularly when you chant, you have to move your hands, your fingers. Things are pretty complicated. But some Veda mantras doesn't have that way of hand movements. So all these talks about the Siksha. And every Veda has got their own Siksha. Then we talked about the Kalpa Sutra. Kalpa Sutra means how to perform it, and what are the things to be mentioned in the and all that you will Kalpa Sutra. Then we have got the Vyakarana. It is a grammatical portion of these Sanskritam or Vyakarana. Then we have got the etymological words. If you given a word, there are so many meanings. Why there are so many meanings? Because that is how it is. We thought that in the way. Then we have got a changes. That's the database. So how many letters should we work on? So how many words should we have? 17, 16, 18, 24, 30, 40. There are so many chances. Then we have got a Jyotish. Jyotish is not the Jyotish what we talk about today, like a Kundalini and all that. This Jyotish strictly talks about the auspicious time to perform the ritual. So the later, whatever we have got, the Sringeri basis, all this development. So when we talk about the Vedangas or Jyotisha is only for finding out the auspicious times and particular problems. So where exactly is other question? Okay. So as I said, there are 4 Vedas, right? Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, and then we have Yajurveda is 2 parts, Shukla Yajurveda and Krishna Yajurveda. Shukla Yajurveda is mostly northern part of India, as basically Shukla Yajurveda is very concept. Whereas when you come to the south, it's Krishna Yajurveda is the problem. And this one is Krishna Yajurveda, and also we talked about 4 parts to the Vedas. One is Samhita, Brahmana, Aranyaka, and Upanishads. And this is in the Aranyaka part, and we have this other question. That is very interesting. Then some salient features about the Arjuna Prashna. And here, Arjuna Prashna, unlike, so Arjuna Prashna has got good of discussions. That's why this Prashna is basically inquiry. Not just asking questions, inquiry is different from asking questions. So this inquiry, for this inquiry, we have Arjuna mentions about 30 rishis. I counted. So it's not a guesswork. 30 rishis were involved in putting together this Arjuna Prashna. Then, then the conventional practice. Why we do this? Why do we do this? This is for the life enhancement we do this. Then we do this for the progeny, for having children. Then we go to my disorders and management of untimely death. However, there are so many purposes. It's even articulated in the book as well as in the Krishna. So basically, it is not some mantras where you just keep chanting for chanting's sake. There is a purpose. So there is a sector part to it, for a benefit, you can do it, or a local you can do it. Then, what does it have? It has so much of science because it's trying to describe the evolution of the universe at a high level. Then it talks about the evolution at the solar system. With a little more details. Then it talks elaborately about the evolution of how it is formed. So it's very interesting, hypothesis. I don't know if I use how it is formed. And to the best of my knowledge, that hypothesis is scientific. I mean, it was not available anywhere in our scientific community or any community. And it's completely new to me as well as it gives a different perspective of it, the topic is about. I will talk with time permits at the end. Then, there are 6 topics I covered in this book. First one is Bhumi, formation of Earth. Then the Vayumandala. Vayumandala means atmosphere of the earth. So we have got this atmosphere strato, chromo, strato, thermo, magnetosphere, and all that spheres. There are also talks about outer spheres, outer layers, and very elaborate, and also it appreciates each layer with different rhythms, like different seasons. So one layer will be very prompt and important, and also there is a poetic touch on every topic. There is a poetic touch also. So then, and also as in the part of Vayumandala, it also describes about the ozone layer. So it's an historic form, but I have decoded, and then I found out that story is actually talking about the ozone layer. Then next one is Varsha. So Varsha, basically, we all know it is H2O going up and H2O coming down, but there is a lot more to it as per other mission. Time permits, I will spend a couple of minutes on that. Then today's topic is Gurukvakarshana, the gravity or space, however you call it. And here we put the space time because it talks about the Einstein's gravity and Newtonian gravity. So next one is the Surya Rashmi. It talks about the electromagnetic radiation. So electromagnetic radiation is a big spectrum, right? We have got a big spectrum and start with the gamma rays, and they have to talk about the different bandwidths, right? And they name it, and that's another topic. Then Yajnabandham is quantum. So that is the main purpose of my book, and all others are they discuss to prove the point of quantum entanglement. Basically, the quantum entanglement is all about if you perform a ritual in a righteous way, as per the Karma Shastra, unconditionally the bones will come. No one can stop it. Unless they distract the process, unless you distract the process. So that is the way we have a Daksha Yajna. You have got the Petaparam and Kashi, there is a Daksha, is actually a Rakshasa, he is sleeping. You know the story. He is performing the Yajna and books has to be given, but they don't want to give books to Rakshasa because he is a demon. So there is no way, because if he performs it, he will get the books. And that's how it works. So the only way to stop it is they have to distract the process itself. They have to distract him from doing the ritual. So that's what decoherence, we got that quantum decoherence, and I discussed elaborately in the book. So basically, it proves that if you perform, you will get the book. And also, cautiously says that it cannot be distracted. And for a while, if distractions are decoherence, every layer, these are all the things not to be done. So all the precautions is clearly, and that's our idea. Then the main purpose now is the analysis form. So we have got these pramanas, we have these pramanas. Basically, these are knowledge systems. So what is a pramana? If I say this one is a chocolate, I should prove this is a chocolate. Because all of you know this one is a class. How can they suddenly say it's a chocolate? So I thought we have pramana. Pratyaksha pramana doesn't believe this one is a chocolate. Paraksha pramana also doesn't believe because there are no ants around it. There is paraksha. What is it? Anumana. If there are ants around it, then there is a chance that it is a sweet aspect, right? So those are the pramanas. But we have. But that's what the science is. Science has got only two pramanas. We use two pramanas, Pratyaksha and Anumana. But in our ancient system, we have got four words. One is Upamana, that's comparison and analogy. Shabda, Vedas and testimony of past experts. And Bharati, that means circumstantial implications. Then Anuvalanti, negative perception. So these are all the pramanas are accepted pramanas with this, a subject can be discussed. If I say this is a chocolate, I have a chance in all other four to prove this is a chocolate. Right? Oh, it cannot be chocolate. Just say. Then, out of all this, science believes only first. All other four science doesn't believe. Unbelievable. Okay, so before I go here, okay, let's say my favorite. Let's go to the other one first, and then we'll come back. So this is our problem or solving your problem. If you consider any exam, so what we do is first we propose a theory. Once we propose a theory, then we will do perform experiments. And there should be an outcome for an experiment. Outcome is basically data, you conduct candidates data. So the data is valid or proven. If it is proven, that we will establish a fact. If it is not proven, then we will perform some more experiments. And this is an iterative process and relax. But it could have that it may be accepted at one point of time, and with some more research that may be proven wrong, and a new theory will evolve, and they will perform experiments, and again they collect the data. If the data is proven, then the new theory will evolve. And in scientific world, there is no dead end. Like this is this. Even we are researching on neural mechanics, and also we are doing Einstein's theory of relativity, and we are also working on the Newtonian physics. We are also working on quantum physics. We are also working on gravity, which is not. It is a concept for now, but it is not true. So we are continuously working over and over and over because this is scientific approach. We never stop. Even if it is established today, we like to improve it and disprove it, we keep on exploring. Whereas on the other hand, very approach is different. Here, results are based on logic and observations, or observations and logic, based on the six questions that I just mentioned. Then we have the rishis here. Rishis, they define wisdom, elevation, death, victory. And they just give some statements. That's what Dharma does. But what happens if a question arises from him or his disciple or anybody, ultimately to accept the truth, this part is missing, this experiment is missing. Why we listen? No one can answer. It could be just asked by themselves, we have 1,000 years of struggles with the invaders or the other communities. We don't know. We don't know whether originally there is some experiments on that, so we cannot do anything about it. Now, when given that approach, what did I do? What is my approach to this? So first of all, looking at the weather numbers, I must identify the subject. So every algorithm or sometimes group of algorithms structure one must identify the specific subject. That could be related to anatomy, agriculture, medicine, something gravity, you name it. Whereas, so the thing is here, one more thing would like to ask you is, where no one can understand weather 100%. If somebody claims I know weathers, I know the meaning of weathers 100%, he is the first person who will not understand weather at all. Because it doesn't cover one subject. Who will be a person who is expert in everything about everything in the universe? No one. It is not logical, it is not practical. So somebody, how can somebody claim? At most he can memorize the numbers, at most he can interpret, he can words he can but interpretation is something which is beyond us. Beyond us. Because if you look at that, even something also is like that. So first few lines talk about the universe evolution. Next one he talks about the hydrogen and water, hydrogen and oxygen. Then he talks about the other values. Then he talks about the atmospheric fluids. Who will know mastering all of these? And sometimes he talks about, surprisingly, what does plants do? Photosynthesis. He talks about photosynthesis. And he said, am I really into something that really it is the materializing is my identity, is my imagination. It is not imagination because I interpreted this mantras and I sent it to one expert in water. He is like doing the same research in similar area. He said, yeah, this is what exactly. Then he gave me this much of material and I never touched it because that's not my area. I made do sometimes. So photosynthesis is also that's not so. So who knows about all these one why I'm saying is you can also experiment, you can also work on your hands. Because it is not because no one knows it complete. Every one of us can pick up something of it and can work on it. So that's my gut feeling. With that gut feeling, I started writing this book. Then acquiring subject-related knowledge. So study as much as possible on the subject. Study Shastras, Vedas, Vedantas, Puranas, and modern things especially. Because without that we cannot. Because, as I said earlier, the experimental part doesn't come. That's why we need modern science. Then apply knowledge to information. So all the knowledge you gather and come back to the first portion and reinterpret chosen verses. Then additional knowledge systems. So you should, as Einstein once said, there are four basic fundamental mathematical things for addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. And fifth one is common sense. Okay, and common sense is very, very important. And with that common sense, because the common sense factors are culture, history, law, and geography, other factors. Why I said was, if we are talking about 6 seasons, it is surely doesn't apply for North Pole and South Pole. Because they don't have those 6 seasons that India is experiencing. So with that, so that is written in India or Bharat, and is applicable for Bharat. It may not be applicable for some other place. So those common sense factors you have to take into consideration for calculations. Now, today's topic, gravity. So we all know I'm new on an apple, and he asked a couple of questions. It seems, why should the apple always listen perpendicularly to the ground? And then, why should it not go sideways, but constantly toward the center of the earth? That's the basic question he asked himself. Then after some time, he concluded that after draws objects towards the center, there must be a drawing power to magnet. That's what happened. Well, he's not wrong. Entire physics is working on nuclear physics, all the labs. But he failed to explain perturbations of Mercury orbit. Because all others are orbits are fixed, but Mercury orbit is not fixed. And in 1800s, they found out there is a 1 divided by 35,000 degrees, whatever fraction it is missing. It is deviating every year. But he could not explain why it is happening. For that, Einstein came. He said, there is no attraction business between the objects. He said, everything is because it's a consequence of space and nature. It is the fabric nature of space. Because if you see the diagram here, if you see the diagram here, this is the sun and the other one is moon. Because sun is more heavier than Earth, it has got more depth, right? More deeper into the fabric. So he said, space is like a fabric. If you put heavier objects, it goes more deeper. If you put lighter objects, it goes less deeper. How does it really matter for gravity as such? So what happens is, if you have a small, two objects, one is bigger object, heavier object, lighter object, this tends to move this way because it has got a more deep they will base sliding action. People felt that was a gravity. I mean, you can create formulas, you can prove that one is attracting the other, one is pulling the other, but there is no pulling as such. The pulling is happening not because of objects, it is because of the nature of the fabric, nature of the space. For now space, okay, we go to space energy. Now, so he said gravity is a consequence of uneven distribution of mass and energy. That's what he's established. Then he said space is like a fabric that holds constant objects. Heavier objects go more deeper, and lighter objects. The space-time fabric is constantly changing due to continuous motion of matter and energy in the universe. This is what Einstein said. But I like this by Vidya. He said, well, matter tells space-time how to come because of its mass. But space-time tells matter how to move because it creates a path for it. So that path, mass moves, right? So with this understanding, let's spend just 1 minute on what is space-time diagram before I get into my grammar class. So we have for a stationary of people, two stationary people, observers. Time and position in the universe are independent. However, if they are moving with a different speeds, events are happening in space for them. It's different. That's what he established. So, space and time are interconnected in a single continuum. All objects acting in continuous continuum of space-time and dissolve the space-time around. So when it is moving, there is a fabric, right? There is a fabric, there is a clock, space is clock. When it is moving, it moves through the speaker, through the clock. So till now the clock is there, for example, the clock is like this. But when mass comes in, it will move. It will become like this. So that is what we talked about the distortion. More technically, it is a distortion. Then this distortion is one that gives rise to the force of gravity. So that distortion is gravity. Basically, the consequence. Now, we will talk more about the other two items. Next slide. So, all of you just to feel the space. This is how the space works. It is continuously moving, and all the sparks you are looking at glowing sparks, those can be a single star, it could be a planet, or it could be a galaxy itself. But this diagram is not completely correct. Because this is as best as we can get. Because if you see an object here, say for example, if I place a ball here, what is about? What is about? Say above also something like this. So it's very difficult to draw a diagram if you can imagine. Say for consider a fish in an aquarium. Okay? That moves inside. Above the fish is also water, below the fish is also around it water, but it is moving. When it is moving, you will see water moving. You can see some ripples there. It is the same way it is going, it is happening in this thing also. It is just for convenience sake, because if they cover everything, you can see it. So, but somebody put a nice diagram and see it. So now we have the scientific approach we have done. We have also discussed about the Vedic approach. So what is Vedic approach? Because there are no labs. So Vedic approach is, they used to have different ashrams. In every ashrama there will be several gurus and there will be one of disciples. Once in a while, students and gurus meet and they will be gathered from different schools. And some of them are regarded, some of them are not regarded. Regarded in the sense, some are mentioned, but some of whatever they have discussed is not documented. However, some of them are documented. One such documented thing is Arada Krishna. In Arada Krishna, there are so many discussions have been documented from the students from different schools. Okay. Then, so what used to happen? What used to happen is they used to come up with a lot of questions on different topics, respective topics, whatever they were questioning. And usually masters used to answer those questions. When they used to answer the questions, it is not that I said whatever I said is correct and no more questions. No. They will explain something, and if you have any questions, you can always come back and ask follow-up questions. And somebody, either the person will answer or somebody else will answer. So using through these discussions, using the process of discussion, a conclusion is made. That is called Siddhanta. So that's how it used to be. So they thought they used to do so many meetings. And there is an inquiry. And there is a document. Who used to be documented. And that documented, whatever is there documented, that's because of that becomes Siddhanta for them. But if another gather, some more questions comes out of whatever is the Siddhanta that they get, then there will be some more observations, some more interpretations, and some more discussions, and a new conclusion. Only thing is missing from this diagram is experiments. I do not know personally, or I have at least I won't see any evidence that we have labs the way we used to. Maybe they have got a different way of experimenting. I don't know. So this is one of the such discussions we are discussing today. We are presenting on other questions. So the Rishi, the master for this particular topic is Vatsamaham. I mentioned there are 30 Rishis mentioned in the Krishna. This Vatsamaham is one of those 30. And he answers a lot of questions, and we will see there are a lot of questions in a bit. And first we have to imagine a story. It is just not, it's not like they come up with a sheet of paper and ask a question and ask for the answers. So what they have observed is, they observed a cloud, water-filled cloud, ready for precipitation, ready for rains. Then, with that observation, then they started asking questions. Okay. Usually, we ask about the questions how the cloud is formed. I mean, that's the first basic question. And when will it rain? Or will it rain? If it, when? If you get time, how much? Right? And how long? But they did not ask those questions. Very interesting. So they asked, should I chant this mantra or should I? any chance? Oh. Yes, it's a temple, so I don't know. Vedamabhyam vishade Kvayam samvatsaro vinah Mahakveyam devadatri Kamasaruta vasitaha Adhamasaru bhortaha Nimeshastruti vissaha Krima abo divishante Yadito yante samprati. That's the question. It's a wrong question. Vedamabhyam vishade. They saw that and they asked, where is it? It's right in front of you, right in front of them. If you have this one, I cannot ask where is this one. But they asked, where is it? Then they asked, okay, with this cloud, we are calculating the time units of Samvatsara. Samvatsara as well as leaves of Samvatsara, right? Bhagas of Samvatsara, time units of Samvatsara. What makes the Samvatsara? So what makes the Samvatsara? Then they asked, Devaratri, day and night. Okay. Then they asked about the month. Then they asked about the seasons. Rutuva means seasons, like 2 months. Every 2 months is a season. Ardhamasa, 15 days, 4 days. Muhurta means very tiny, 48 minutes. Imesha, 30 means another time you get Dasha, means Sadhana. Now you answer this question. Now I will put it here. The red color is the question, blue color is the answer. And I have got student questions and those answers in one slide. So basically what they are asked, where the units of time, such as day, night, fortnight, month, season, year, etc. residing. Where are these water bearing clouds are residing? And where are those waters sometimes go? They even have a question. So they observe ponds, and ponds is full of water at one season, and the water level may come down at some other season. Yes, where is that? Well, you expect different answers. I mean, like with our site, like we answer questions differently. What is the relationship between a cloud and time? Not relevant, right? At least we not think about it. His first statement somehow he starts with Absurivishante, Apasurke Samahita, Abran, Pravatente, Vidya Samahita. That's how he said. He said, all units of time reside in Apsu. Apsu is basic definition of Apsu is water. Basic definition of water is water. Apsu is water. Apsu means something and something over. So it is something over. It is inside water. That's the basic meaning of water. Then he said, water is actually residing in sunlight. Evaporated water. So it is evaporated by whom it is evaporated? It is because of sunlight. So sun rays is actually taking away the water, and water is residing in sunlight. Then water evaporated by sun rays forming clouds. And he gave additional information. Even though he is not asked, as a guru, you would like to give a complete answer for this question. Lightning is also resides in sunlight. He also gave they gave the answer. So what does the PhD mean? Do we really find waters, the time in water, time units in water? Let's see what actually how it is interpreted in tradition. So this is a traditional interpretation. So traditional interpretation is considered this rotation, Earth's rotation, revolution, and water cycle. These 3 things they considered for answer this question. So rotation gives day and subunits of day, right? Revolution gives months, seasons, and year, right? Since seasonal time changes observed with cloud and water cycle, conclusions made as time is residing in actual waters. Because whatever they see is year. And every year the same cycle will be. That is evolution, right? So all these 6 seasons will keep on coming. And year it is the same day it starts, as per the lunar calendar. Then they said, okay, this is fixed. And seasons are also fixed. And fortnight is fixed. Everything is fixed. Fortnight is considered as the moon cycle, right? So everything is fixed. And we observe everything through clouds, and they concluded time is actually restricted in the okay. Then since clouds are formed over then, okay. So this is a simple way to put together the traditional name. Well, here I ask questions myself. Is it really answers? Satisfies my mind? It did not. So I said, okay, if I did not, then I will come up with my own proposal. And this is my proposal. You will spend some time, this is the biggest conclusion, coming this and another one. So, general meaning of alcohol, as I said, it's water. However, it's very not practical to find timing for, I would put it, we have 8 sources of water, right? In this state. But I put it only 4. One is our swimming pools, the other one is in the farms and the villages, our reservoirs and washes. Of course, the reservoir is around, that's a different thing. But you cannot find time there. Kruti, Nimisha, these are all cannot be found in those times. Then where? So then I will come up with alternate meaning using the etymology that Nirutta Shastra about this also. If I come up, if I say something, then I have to give sufficient, substantial reason to support my meaning, right? My interpretation. Though then I said, okay, the other meaning of then I looked at the dictionary and said, Antariksha, Avaha is also Antariksha. Antariksha is space, Akash, right? Then which has several other synonyms also. The one is Akash. Antariksha is different from Akash by meaning. It may be the same thing. When you use a different word, that means you are trying to convey a different property of that. Okay? Say, for example, if I say wide, tall, 6 feet person, he's 6 feet. It doesn't mean he's not wide, or he's not, it doesn't mean that he's black. So you highlight one property of an object, right? Here also the same thing. Akasha has got so many properties. One property is Antariksha. One property is Akasha. The other one is Ambara. The other one is Samudra. Why? Why all these 4? Are they relevant for my interpretation? Let us see what they want. See the Antariksha. Okay, so one is Akasha. Akasha is nothing but by definition. Whatever gives you opportunity to live or stay is called Akasha. Akasha is Akasha. That's basic definition of Akasha. So, but if somebody gives me a job to work in a particular place, is it Akasha? We don't interpret that. But when it comes here, it is mentioned in the etymology. I said, okay, why not I consider this? So what is it doing? Akasha, what is it doing here? So if I say absolute is space, time, space for now. If an object is staying there, what exactly is doing? What is Akasha is actually doing? So as I said, the fish example in the aquarium, water is above the fish, not just below the fish, right? So here also, Amara means the top. Amara means that covers. Amara means that covers. So that covers well. That an object is covered by the whole space. That's why it is called Amara. And Einstein came up with the law of space. Okay. Let's keep all these definitions and we'll conclude with the next page. Next one is Amara means that Akasha means that. Oh, Akasha means the one which actually gives you an opportunity to stay. Is Akasha expanding? Space expanding? That's a debate among scientific community. And as per the Shastra, yes, it is created and it is expanding. Will it expand forever? According to the Shastra, it doesn't. It will collapse in one time. When they have done some calculations. Right. So basically, it is giving more and more opportunities to other objects to move around while it is expanding. Okay. Then Samudra. What is Samudra? We say simply ocean or a sea, right? But by definition, Samudra is Samudra. Sam means well. Ud means up. Dra means flow. Samudra means it has got full of waves, right? So because it creates waves, it is called Samudra. Because if it is full of water, Nadi also is full of water. Ganges is also full of water, but we don't call it a Samudra. Because when it is flowing, it doesn't have waves, right? But the way oceans have it. Next. So with that, all these emphasize that Apaha is space and gravity, as mentioned, Kala observation really means that time resides in space-time. In other words, time is one of the components of space-time, as discussed in after discussion. Here also, to bring everyone into the same context. Here is the line, right? So 3-dimensional we all know, but 4th dimension. So this graph says space is in 1 dimension and time is in 1 dimension. In all of us sitting in this room, we are not moving. That means in space dimension, we are not moving. We are only moving in time dimension. Because I started this lecture at 3:40 or 3:45, and every one of us clocks is at 4:40, 4:30. So we all move 45 minutes already in time, but we did not move in space. But imagine that we are also moving in space, in a space time. Okay. And everyone has their own spaceship, and we are moving away from each other, whatever direction it is. Then this is what happens. So the right hand side, whatever is dashed, is not a possibility. Because if I travel in space time in this dimension, in this space, that means I am traveling faster than the speed of light. It's not a possibility. So one is possibility is the plane area. That's the only possibility. So how do I identify where I am? I am in T1 in space dimension, sorry, X1, Y1, Z1 in space dimension, and T1 in time dimension. And if I travel further, after some time, then I will be in a space location X2, Y2, Z2, and the time dimension is T2. Okay? That's how this space diagram space is. Because this is important for the next step. Alright, so far, are you guys? Alright. Then they did not ask. That's what I'm saying. So these are all the questions answered. So these are the questions, right? And this is the answer. As I said, it's a discussion. It is not a lecture where I just put something and I leave. Now the follow-up questions coming. Again, they looked at same cloud. And he already answered that, sun rays evaporates water and water becomes cloud and all that. They said, well, it is beautiful to see clouds and this thing. That's what our name Bhumi. Even Charles of the that means, the sky is beautiful together with cloud and all that. And they asked a question. Well, when it started evaporating, and water vapor actually goes up, and it forms cloud or whatever. But why it is not going indefinitely away from us? That's the question they asked. Why it is stuck at some point of time? Something. They asked, if the cloud is stuck there, who is holding it? That's the question they asked. Our name of Vidya, so they Vedana means like self-experience is called Vedana. Manovedana is your own experience, right? So with his experience, he answered the question. Vishnu is the one, Vishnu is the force, or Vishnu is the one which is holding earth and the clouds. Well, Vishnu Bhurde Bhuri Vata Iravati Mani Bhumi Soyavasne Manasheta Sastete. So then the other one, what is the holding earth and the sky together? What is in between coming? That's the question. That's one Hamani answered. Vishnu, with all his pervading nature, he did not say Vishnu exists only in between them. He is everywhere. But he is the one who is holding in between these two also. Then, earth and sky together provide food and medicinal beings. Vishnu holds the earth and sky together. How? Strongly with his threads or nails, like rays from all sides. That's what he said. Mayukeri means, usually we interpret as rays. But we obviously it is rays. But how strong are those rays? What exactly it is doing? It is exactly doing like, somebody is tying something and holding it with the rope. That is how he did, that is how he is holding earth and clouds together. And there are two interpretations. One interpretation is threads is from the Sharadamba tradition, and nails is from the Nrsimha Shastri Gari, Challa Nrsimha Shastri Gari interpretation. So just took it from there. So now we have a cloud, we have a earth, and there is a holding power. But this holding power in between these two, and around these two as well. So, just give you a perspective of it. So, I have this is my earth, right? This is our earth. So, right now we are in North America, and I am standing here. Just don't worry about the proportions. So, the person is sitting here, and then we think that devatas are in the sky, right? So, on the top. So, we will say like this. So, at the same time, if somebody is praising to the devatas, I need right bottom, right? So he is also standing like this, he is standing like this, he is laying like this. That means devatas are here. And somebody from South Africa is right here. So what does it mean? Where are devatas now? You should start thinking about it. It is not up. It is right answer, but it is half right. The complete answer would be devatas are around this. Unless you get into this kind of thinking, it's very difficult to interpret these mantras. So, where are my devatas now? All around them. And we are also moving, right? So, I am here, tomorrow I will be there, while I am moving. And my devatas are also there. So, devatas are pervading around, they are all around us. And we will see that in a minute. Okay? That perspective everyone will have, right? Next. Then, further follow-up questions. Now they ask, Kendra Krishna Malabahu Kadi Tikyam Parayanam Devo Yudaya Deva Regati Udasive Vada Krishna Malabahu Sharadev Devuchade Vivadadaya Deva Krishna Rekavutam Agrayovaya Deva Vedasya Vayanam. Usually we chant this mantra, all of these mantras, and everywhere we do Abhishekam, we do this one. But how many of these ones really know about this meaning? We will see in a minute. Okay? I'm not misinterpreting or anything, or stretching the meanings. We will see one by one. Okay? They ask, okay, Vishnu, I agree, Vishnu is holding that heaven. Here, heaven means basically, clouds and things like that, whichever is protecting us. Well, where is he getting this energy from? If somebody is holding, he has to have the energy somewhere, right? Some protein. So then he answered, right? Why? Well, Vata Vishnu Bhavahu. Vishnu getting his energy from the Vata. Then we we should know what is Vata. Vata is Bharati Vata. The one which transports from an object from point A to point B is Vata. That's all it is. So who is actually going from point A to point B? Again, we have to imagine our space-time picture. Okay? I will show you this one in a second. So here we see these are the waves, right? So imagine that this is a ocean and we have some boats and we are traveling in boats. When we are traveling over the wave, right? So the waves actually moving us from one place to another place. That's why it is called Vata. And in this case, these are Vata. In space, the space-time nature of Akasha is Vata. It is one of the property of Akasha is Vata because it moves objects. It facilitates objects to move from point A to point B. We just saw that. We travel in time, we travel in space. Every object in the universe traveling in space, in time. Okay? Next, then we'll go ahead and see. Then he said, okay, Vata. Well, he's not physically there. So where he is actually getting the energy? Arvama. He said, and that's why that's why the mantra is actually is mentioned. Eko yadaya devana gayati rodisi vada vishnu kripad adaya devana. Our ancestors took the whole energy in the universe and they divided into 4 parts. And one fourth of the energy is manifested in the form of material. And all 3/4 is not material, it's not manifested. The unmanifested energy, 3/4 of unmanifested energy is a supporting Vishnu which is manifested universe. That's why he is Sthitikaran. That's why Vishnu is not Sthitikaran. Because whatever is existing because of him. Or it is him. Okay. More philosophically, if you go, it is him. Okay. But the thing is, he interpreted it so nicely. Whatever is undestructible 3/4 of energy. That's what it is. Undestructible 3/4 of energy is a supporting Vishnu to hold up and in between and around on from all sides. Now, then they asked, okay, that's what it is. From where does the rays of light of Vishnu uses to hold the universe coming from? And he admitted that it's all about electromagnetic radiation. Everything in this universe is electromagnetic radiation, and if it is materialized, it is material. If it is if it is non-material form, it is non-material. But everything can be split into electromagnetic radiation. Then, then the final question. Okay, well, there is energy. 3/4 of unmanifested energy, and 1/4 manifested energy, or matter. Who is really helping Vishnu? An entity. It is not Devadi. He did not mention about Devada or anything. It just Vishnu. However you interpret it, that's a different thing. Whether you worship him as in the Sahasrara, that's a different issue. Or any form. But here, for the gesture of the discussion, is Vishnu. It is Om Tat Sat. Who are these helpers? Who are these helpers means what? Because is it fixed? Is it 1/4 of manifested energy is fixed? Or is it 3/4 energy never manifests? That's the question we got to ask. But that is not the truth. Nothing is fixed, right? Tomorrow we will attack the entire solar system may collapse. And black holes are happening, white holes are happening. All kinds kinds of things are happening. So material forming and it's being distracted energy is making. Okay, that's where we see the gravitational waves, and we are also experiencing gravitational waves as we speak, but we don't know. I mean, we cannot explicitly measure. I mean, we can measure them, but we cannot experience them. So he said, well, the energies that help us all, this indicate because this is from the Aruna Krishna, it is Aruna energy, the heat agrees and associated vayus and all other devatas, all forms of energy. So whatever we experience today, it is the sum and sum of all these energies. The gravity, the final gravity experience is not only two objects, right? Sun and moon, sun and earth is not one. There are so many galaxies. Everyone has got their own gravity. The summation of all these gravities and the ripples, everything that created, it is sum of all this are helping, are the resultant of this mission. I mean, which is somebody. And tomorrow a big planet somewhere out of nowhere comes close to us. He may experience more turbulence because of its gravity. So that's what they meant. That's what he mentioned. It's all this summation of all these energies in the universe helping Vishnu to hold. I mean, that Vishnu is holding everything. In this context is only a concern, but it is true in every context, in the sense Saturn and its planets and Jupiter and its planets and everything. So this is my conclusion. This is my conclusion. So this the right hand. I mean, can you see my mouse there?
No.
So the top right is a close, realistic picture of gravity. So the force is from all sides. Okay, from all sides. Okay. So this is a diagram. I did not do it. Somebody did it. So Abhitaha means all sides. Usually when they say Abhitaha, when we learn Sanskrit, Abhitaha means all sides. So Vrukshani Santi. Abhitaha Gruhena Vrukshani Abhitaha Santi means the only trees are only exist around us, but not on the top or not on the bottom. So we stuck with the knowledge. But when it comes in here, when you say Abhitaha, it's around it. We should start imagining a bigger picture here. So that's why Abhitaha means all sides. Mayukai, as I said, it could be interpreted as threads or it could be interpreted as nails, but ultimately it is rays. All radiation. It's a resultant of mass and energy movement. It's all radiation. That's the Mayukai. Then the next conclusion is gravity is holding earth and heaven, earth and heaven from all sides, earth and heaven in place, which is Mayukai, undestructible, primordial energy. Source like the universe. Vishnu sang from Vataha, as I mentioned. Then various agrees, values, and Vishnu various quantum fields, space time fabric, and another quantum force that we do not know yet, maybe graviton, we don't know. Then time, Kala solution A, describe the time component of space time. And gravity, Vishnu, describe the warping nature of space. Okay, together they describe space. So if you look at it, you will find so for example, when I am interpreting, I say they talk about time first. All the events of time. Then they talk about the gravity. And the common thing about this one is both are nouns. Then I slowly started putting it together and I redid the Anvayam. And also there is something called Akanksha. You know what is Akanksha? Akanksha is a way of analyzing a given verse. So we ask who's actually doing the action. So X is doing the action. What action he is doing? This action is doing. And if there are adjectives, you add the adjectives. You ask the question. That is called Akanksha example. Okay. So I did all that, and finally I realized, okay, they are talking about the two pieces, and they are analyzing it separately as well as in the same continent. Then I said, okay, they are talking about this piece and this is instead of words. Okay. So, okay, this is my conclusion. We all know there are four basic and profound statements, one from each one, right? Prajnana Brahma from Rigveda, Aham Brahmasmi from Yajurveda, Tattvamasi from Samaveda, Ayamatma Brahma from Atharvaveda. I mean, these are from Upanishads, but basically they are derived from the Vedas. Exhaustive commentary has been written. Every Swamiji wrote some interpretation about all these four matters. Otherwise, he cannot different Swamiji. Some others. They have to write interpretation. They have to give what their experience about these four major statements. Well, that is for a different journey in life. The path is different, the objective of life is different. Then we are in this world, the scientific and material world, where we do experiments, record our experiments data, outcomes, and we establish theories and we prepare manufacture material goods out of it, right? Because once you buy a refrigerator, it should work 24/7 till the expiration date, right? So we see the reliability of it. And for that, we do rigorous experiments and outcomes should be consistent. That's what we want. Is there anything useful for us in Vedas? That's my first question. Otherwise, it's just memorizing and chanting over and over. When we have came up with these made these statements, one is Kala Sivishante, Vata Vishnottamahu, Agniyo Ayavaseva, Etadasapanayi. These statements also got to be analyzed by all scholars. The way we did, I mean, it's not that we never did anything, we did, but we did very limited. So, what I'm saying is the scientific community, what I did is a scientific community, Sanskrit Pandits, and Vedic, all three has to come together and start exploring alternate interpretations on these matters and write commentaries. As I said, not necessarily the right, but you have to start somewhere. And if you conclude, if you X does some work and you conclude something, and Y can always come back and challenge, and you can do a better job. So, for example, for these mantras, I interpret this one as basic, but tomorrow somebody can come and say something else. But the most important thing is we start exploring, thinking about it, thinking big about it. Out of the box thinking. Otherwise, it is just memorization and change over and over the same. Of course, that has got a different effect. It is manana prayate mantra. And your repetition only that affects coming. That's what the Pandits are already there. But what we are doing, that matters. What we are doing as a scientific community. So, engineers, lawyers, doctors, I don't know, lawyers, I don't know. How many years? Lawyers also there is so many things about matters for the judgments. And for example, I heard 3 weeks ago, I attended a talk from California, one lady from California, she's doctorate in Natashastra. She talked about different gestures from the Rigveda. And Bharatanatyam has got a lot of mudras from Rigveda. So that we explored Natashastra. Really explored the science as such. Okay. So that's my next step. And thank you for any questions. So I have 5 more minutes. 5 minutes.
ordered some invitations here. We'll take care of it next time. Sound system.
Oh, yeah.
Signs and everything. We'll take care of it. We always like sir. Is it okay? It's good. Yeah, it's good. Because I still feel can be improved. But we'll take care of it next time. Okay. So most important, any questions you have? I'm so glad to see a lot of youngsters, by the way. It's very good. A lot of people are very enthusiastic about science, by the way. So if you have any questions, anybody can ask him right now, or maybe after the lecture we can socialize also a little bit. Okay, so it's.
I can ask a question.
Maybe 10 minutes per question. Is it okay? Yes, sir.
Thanks for the wonderful lecture. I think a lot of good information. A couple of things. Like, what was the spark or motivation that made you go into this particular subject, and who was the guru or inspiration for this? And secondly, is there any relationship? You talked in the beginning about astrology, but is there something that is connected with astrology and so this particular topic?
Oh, the astrology is very important. It's a part of my analysis. So unless we know what astrology well, it's very difficult to conclude something about this phenomena because that's part of our stuff. So when you talk about a particular graha, you should know in and outs about the graha from astrology. So because the distances, the weight, the color, and the revolution period, all that you should keep in mind. But for example, we do the Satyanarayana, right? Satyanarayana, we put the chart and we place all the planets, we invite all the planets in respective planets, we put respective places. Why? Navagraha. You put Navagraha. Why are you placing in respective places?
For protecting?
To locate
our
position.
Why you are putting one particular planet in one place?
It's to know where we are in this space.
Where we are is our Sankalpa. That is our, we are marking time and space.
GPS.
We are marking the place, but we are placing the mandala, right? And the mandala, it comes in Nairobi, Vidya, somebody, Iowa, Vidya, somebody, and right. Why we are placing those deities in particular places? And the same thing with Navagraha. So that is very minimum thing that has to be known. At least some knowledge one should have. There is a lot of science. Please.
I noticed that you said that there are 30 rishis who gave their wisdom and answered some questions, but in today's scientific world, it's all through experimentation. So, did you notice that different schools had different observations which contradicted
each other? Even in the Gharana Prashna, they contradict each other. For example, the next version of my book. So they said, how many suns are there? So they have started analyzing the influence of sun on Earth, right? So how many is influencing? He is influencing only dissipating energy, right? And we are collecting the rays. Collecting the rays. And one day I observed a spectrum. They observed 7 different spectrums, bandwidths. And somebody came, some school, he says, oh, I observed the 8th one. And immediately some school students said, oh yeah, I heard from my guru, but I never saw it. Then Gargya school, somebody from another school comes in, you cannot observe here. You have to go all the way to the North Pole to observe the 8th one. That is called Kashyapa. The Kashyapa is, you cannot see it here. You have to go all the way to the North Pole to see the 8th, the band of classification, band of classification of band classification on the North Pole. So Mahameru, that's called Mahameru. So there's misunderstanding between, misunderstanding will be concluded wrongly, and there will be, that's why there is a discussion. And of course, there are wrong conclusions, and they said, okay, I observed 12 Adityas, one for every month, right? So 1 month is very particular, right? Summer, extreme hot, right? Winter, extreme cold. They said, okay, in one particular position, you see all this stuff. But within a day also, you see some different. Then they said, one guy says, one Roshi says, okay, you have got infinitely many sunrays. You cannot count. Because with day and night, in one place, sun is so changing. Sunrays are angular states or water reflection, whatever it is. And every location on earth is have a different experience of the same sun. So if that is the case, I cannot say it's only 1, 2, and 3. It could be unlimited. That's why we have a limited bandwidth whether we can observe someone, we cannot observe someone. Right? So yeah, the answer to your question precisely, yes. There are too much of discussions and we have broad interpretations and then try to make conclusions. So,
excellent presentation, very nice. You worked so hard to, like, first of all, get through the intricacies. Right? I think that is the biggest barrier for somebody who's even like. So that years of work, I'm sure that you are enjoying the fruit of it. Yeah. And now we are also enjoying it.
Thank you.
So mine is not a question. I was thinking about what you were talking about. And have you read on something called Casimir effect?
Yes.
Okay, Casimir. So it's basically very simple in physics. There is this theory that people talk with of vacuum. So when we talk about vacuum, we say there is nothing in vacuum.
Oh, there is nothing or nothing?
Yeah.
So
basically, the idea is that vacuum, when we say there is nothing, it is still something. There is something.
There is something. The field is there.
And the Casimir effect is actually an experiment that proves that there is something in nothing. Or
I know that, but I don't know.
Very simple experiment actually. Like I think it doesn't even need like too much like apparatus or whatever. But it is very beautiful and very elegant. Why I brought it up here is that when you are talking about what helps Vishnu, right? So the idea basically is that all you need is energy. However small it is, it will do everything that energy can do. Be gravity, be electromagnetic, rays, and that's what vacuum does. Like in physics, when we do calculations, everything we'll talk about where is your vacuum. It's like a benchmark or threshold, from where everything else starts. So your vacuum is at like this level versus like the other level, and then you start your calculation. So that's your like 0 point. So why I bring it up is basically the idea is that, as you said, we don't see something, we don't observe something, or we literally can't observe something doesn't mean there is nothing there. So I thought it was relevant to that small part.
So you have to find the other question is also about neutrinos. But I'm working on it. Hopefully I will put together and conclude something very soon. See, neutrinos is a very, if I claim the other person talks about neutrinos, I got to be
No, I saw that you were always careful even putting in there that it is my interpretation. You're not claiming anything.
Oh, no. It's my interpretation.
Yeah. One quick question. You mentioned Einstein a few times in your study. Einstein proved that nothing can travel or reach the speed of light. Is there any mention of something like that? Or should we discontinue the study on space because James Webb telescope is able to see up to 12 billion light years, so it will never be something that humankind can ever cross? Or is there any mention of something like that?
Not in the education, but in the other stuff, it is called the Lido Vakyan. In the Lido Vakyan, they very clearly mention how far a human being with his knowledge can go. Beyond that, they cannot go. So just to say that, this Lido Vakyan runs by Lord Saraswati. Saraswati is nothing but knowledge, right? With your knowledge, you can never ever see beyond a point. That is very, 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 very clearly mentioned in the Vyoma system. Basically, they have traveled through time and space. It's a story. Everything is in a story form to make it, very generic, accessible to everyone. But the thing is, if you think about it, to start decoding, that's what it is. they travel, they know they cannot travel beyond speed of light. And they travel with speed of light at to a point. And then Saraswati Devi says to Leelavati, saying that I cannot go beyond this. Not only myself, no one can go beyond this. Then she asks, what is there beyond this? I don't know. I don't know means with knowledge you cannot do it. With means calculation, physics, you cannot do it. Then they said, why we cannot go beyond this point? You cannot go beyond this point. And in the story they said, there is a sheet, there is a wall with the diamonds, as strong as diamonds. So there is a diamond wall which cannot be broken. So it is very clearly mentioned. One is, the thing can go faster than light, one. And another thing is, your knowledge cannot go beyond a point in space. That's also
Wonderful research and congratulations. Is there a mechanism where research like this, interpretations like this, can reach the scientific community, where they can read and pick up some new concepts from the old civilization?
That's what we are trying. Dr. Subrata can answer that question. He is right here. He is from Mayar. I have his president. And he is doing everything in his hands to do this. He is Dr. Subrata.
Dr. Subrata. So there's a group.
I think it's an informal conversation we can have later.
Yeah, maybe we can do it outside the group. But
to answer your question, people are trying to do. I don't know how advanced it is. And there is a new Indian knowledge system going on. We don't know yet. I mean, at least I do not know how what they have been so far.
Simply put, it's not that we feel great that our people have done good and what next?
Yeah, exactly. That's the point.
That's why my next step is all these beings, all the science will come together. And when I say scientist, it's not one scientist. Subscientists, SME has to come and see.
Some of them are open, some of them are not. That's a different time.
There are a lot of youth here, so they probably are wondering how to utilize your work first to see, right? So, right, that is one question. The second thing is those who are interested, not just youth, others, right? Probably how do they take it or collaborate in this effort going forward?
I mean, it's so much help by me. I can guide them because I am not expert in every field. So, there's, for example, somebody is working on environmental sciences. I have a project for them. On the rains, there is a wonderful concept, discussion in our question. And the rains, if somebody is interested to work on rains, I can give them good input and make research. And same thing with quantum mechanics. Mechanics. And entire business now is under quantum mechanics.
So anyway, for people who are interested, he wrote a book recently. So some of the concepts which he was talking about, he wrote it, but they're very condensed. Okay, so I found it very difficult to read, honestly, myself. So I really had to work hard. But anyway, so I thought these kind of lectures will help us clarify some of those interpretations, what he was trying to say. Because if he says, if we start writing everything, then it becomes this volume. Too much. So that's not the intent here. So again, I said this is the Pita is Matab, what we will call it is a seed for knowledge. So basically, we like to entertain this kind of lectures in the future. So as I said, more students are interested, they can come and help him, and more schools of thoughts can come, right? No school is correct.
To buy the book in the first place.
No. Buying the book is not the point. But what I'm saying is that this is an interesting topic, and everyone, we all need to be proud about what we have as a culture. But at the same time, do not stop questioning it. You just don't have to accept it just because it's correct. Somebody, my dad told me, no, that's not the intent. So what he is trying to do is that it's just not as simple. There's a lot of intricacy about it. You need to know the Sanskrit, you need to know the Veda, you need to know the science, gravity, Newtonian gravity, It's not easy, right? It takes time, but do your best and see what you can do, right?
Sitaram, I just have one question. So, in your knowledge, are there any universities or institutions across the world, right? Like they are actually even thinking in this angle.
All IITs now have got IKS,
Okay.
Indian Knowledge Systems Department, and they're working on it. But I don't have any good visibility on what actually they are trying to do. And there is a Rishi University, and they are doing something like this. But I don't have visibility on what exactly they are, where exactly what exactly they are doing, how deep they are actually thinking about it. I mean, primarily, everyone can say anything, but you have to put it black and white like this. That's the question.
All right.
All right.